everyone. This is an unboxing video from the Westfield Athenaeum. My name is Kat. I'm a librarian here, and I let my coworkers know what I was in the mood to read, and they have made some suggestions for me that are in this box that I'm going to open up in a minute. So I'm sure many of you know the feeling of when you finish a book and you think, I really liked that. What else can I read that's somewhat like that? So that's the point of these videos, and it's the point of what we do with what we call our Your Next Reading Adventure form, which you can find on our website. If you go to the Library to Go page, there's a button that says Suggest Items for Me. So we'll do this for you, just like my coworkers have done it for me. So what I said I wanted was, the book I just finished was The Likeness by Tana French. And the other two books that I said I liked recently were The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. And also a similar one that I liked a while ago was My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite. So I described those as creepy, suspenseful, and offbeat. I didn't want kind of a conventional mystery. I like horror. It's kind of in a gray area. So we'll see what they picked out for me. So there are 11 books and one piece of paper that is a stand-in for another book. So let's see. So I feel overwhelmed by the number in this box. So I am going to start by making some snap judgments, because it is okay to judge a book by its cover, as whether or not you think that that is a thing that we do. So let's see. I'm going to try to narrow this down. Once Upon a River. I feel like I've heard of this, and it looks kind of magical, like fairy tale-ish to me. It takes place on a dark midwinter's night. Is it a miracle? Is it magic? Ooh, it's a glorious tapestry of a book that combines folklore and science, magic, and myth. Okay, that sounds lovely to me. So that's definitely a maybe. Handful of Stars, Paul Trevlay. Let's see. A chilling domestic drama that blends psychological suspense with a touch of modern horror. I'm not big on psychological suspense, so I'm going to put this on the probably not pile. Let's see. The Invited. That looks intriguing. Oh, it's a chilling ghost story with a twist. Happens in the woods of Vermont. Husband and wife who don't simply move into a haunted house, they build one. Oh, that's interesting to me. The house becomes a place of menace and unfinished business. Okay, so that's a maybe. Mexican Gothic, this is already on my list, so I guess that is another vote for taking this home and actually reading it. It is a reimagining of the classic Gothic suspense novel set in 1950s Mexico, and a brave socialite drawn to its treacherous secrets. So that sounds fun to me. I'm going to try not to take 10 books home, because that's a little overwhelming, even though we know, you can check out as many books as you want. You don't have to read them. That's the nice thing about the library. Okay, Neverworld Wake. This looks interesting. Something about a school, 1 year after graduation, one last shot at answers and at life. One of them has become stuck, snagged. Interesting. Jokes, Unfathomable Silence. I am having a hard time figuring out what this is actually about. So let's read the first sentence or two. Hadn't spoken to Whitney Lansing or any of them in over a year. When her text arrived after my last final, it felt inevitable. You know what? I don't really feel like going back to high school right now, so we're going to put that in the no pile. Nothing against people who do want to read about high school. It's just not where I am right now. I like this design because you read it this way. And Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead. That is a very intriguing title to me. Remote Polish village. Their neighbor is Bigfoot. It is a deeply satisfying thriller come fairy tale. Ooh, I like that. See, I like things that combine genres and traditions. So I think you might be edging this one out here. See, this is a ranking system that I am developing here. The Hollow Places. Let's see. Can horror even be this rollicking, this fun, while still delivering on the creepiness, the dread, the ick? Ooh, interesting. I have to say this does not look like a fun cover, but maybe it is hiding something inside. Nobody ever believes me when I tell them my Uncle Earl owns a museum. That is the first sentence. I like museums, so maybe we'll give this a try. You're also allowed to read the ending if you really want to. I won't read it to spoil it for any of you, but do I think it's intriguing? Ooh, I do actually. So, yeah. I didn't think this was as interesting as it seems to be. All right, The Taxidermist Lover. This is the second, that other book mentioned taxidermy, this one does too. This is another modern Gothic tale. Over Christmas, You know, this might be better to read like in December, so I might put this on my list for later since now it is May and I'm not really in a December mood because this is talking about being drenched in the torrential rains of the Somerset moorland. But there are sensual pleasures in the characters and it's delightfully eerie. So I actually think this would be a really great one to maybe read this fall or this winter. So I will put that on my list. I think the invited, build a haunted house. Yeah, I think I'll put that on my list too. So there's my no's, there's my laters. I think these are my nows. Let's see what else we have. American Housewife Stories. I feel like I don't know. No, this isn't the book I thought of because this was purchased in 2016, so it's not super new, but it looks fun. It says it's a sharp, funny, delightfully unhinged collection of stories set in the dark world of domesticity, featuring murderous ladies who lunch. Oh, that sounds really fun. Could be a fun, like, vacation read, maybe. All right, I'm gonna put that in the later pile. Ooh, here's a thick one. The Historian, Elizabeth Kostova. This is really cool, by the way. Most of these books and writers I have not heard of, so I am learning a lot. To you, perceptive reader, I bequeath my history. Ooh, it's a quest for the truth about Vlad the Impaler, aka Dracula. Interesting. Father's Library. What does the legend of Vlad the Impaler have to do with the modern world? I have a friend who has lots of thoughts about that. That does look interesting. It looks a little longer than what I am feeling in the mood for these days. So I think I'm going to put that also in my later pile. He can hang out with the housewives. I think Dracula would enjoy that. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Well, that is an intriguing title. I don't know any of the people who blurbed it on the back. But let's see. She will die. She will die every day until someone can identify her killer and break the cycle. But this person wakes up in the body of a different guest every day, and some of his hosts are more helpful than others. I have to say, not in the mood for a woman who has to be rescued by a man at the moment. So I'm going to put that in the no thank you. But I'm sure other people will enjoy it. What's this one? Night Film. Interesting. Ooh, I like that. That paper inside the cover. That's pretty. Okay, damp October night. Someone named Ashley is found dead in Lower Manhattan. So this looks more like, okay, it's a spellbinding literary thriller. It's got some interesting typography going on here. There's some visuals of a phone book. That's fun. I like stuff. Ooh, there's more visuals. That's cool. on, oh, photo, is this fiction? It says it's a novel. Notes about the interactive elements. Oh, there's stuff you can do with the book online too, that's fun. I think I'm gonna put this in the later pile, because you can never have too many books on your list. All right, and then I have a piece of paper about a book called Bunny. Oh, this looks fun. This is about writers and a ritualistic workshop where they magically conjure their monstrous creations and the edges of reality begin to blur. Okay, that sounds fun. I like that idea. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I really want to bring home 5 books? I think I'll put this in the later pile. All right, so I'm going to bring home Mexican Gothic, Once Upon a River, Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead, and Bunny. Well, I'm not going to bring home Bunny, but I guess I'm going to put it on hold in the library catalog online. And because those, to me, they look creepy, suspenseful, and offbeat, which is what I wanted. So, and then I'm going to write these down and save them for later, and I'm going to put those back on the shelf so someone else can enjoy them. So thank you so much to my coworkers, and I hope all of you will reach out to the library if you want some advice for fun things to read next.